Sorry, I had a phone call there, but we can continue. As I was saying, my children, my siblings, even my spouse sometimes tell me that translating things literally doesn't always make sense. And this always becomes a problem when I'm trying to translate Egyptian lingo. But we'll keep that for another day. So what this ideology does, right, is that they interject their own opinions into different matters of the madhab. Remember, the madhab is about transmission. You can add in your own opinion once you become at the same level as the smallest Shafi'i jurist throughout the Shafi'i madhab school. Once you get there, we can talk about it. That's not a problem. But get there first. The problem is that most of these people, they never get there. And one of the telltales of this is that these people, they don't know yesterday what they're speaking about today. Take that as a principle, okay? And keep that in the back of your mind always. And you can tell this when the individual is speaking, right? They're stuttering half the time. They're trying to remember what they just read an hour prior to that class or that lesson. All right? But anyhow, so he goes on and on and on. Okay, here's the Shafi'i madhab. This is what they say, etc., etc., etc. Up until this point, it's perfect. Then he comes and says, however, I declare, he literally says this, I'm not even joking, I declare that is not the Shafi'i madhab. Because this hadith that the Shafi'iyya say is weak, that Imam Shafi'i said it's weak, it's actually authentic, which is odd since Ibn al-Madini, Bukhari, Bayhaqi, and like 1,000 other scholars of hadith said it was weak. But some individuals today comes out, oh no, it's sahih. And that is saying that Aisha, the mother of the believers, radiallahu ta'ala anha, said the Prophet kissed some of his wives and went and prayed and did not make wudu. Scholars of hadith reject this narration. Why do they reject this narration? Because Habib ibn Abi Thabit never met Urwa. End of story. Okay. Those that come and say that the hadith is authentic, they use very flimsy and weak evidence to try and connect between Habib and Urwa. It's pathetic, it's rejected. The scholars of hadith do not approve the nonsense that these people use. Okay? طيب. So he comes and says, see, this hadith is authentic. Therefore, the correct opinion of the madhab is that this skin-to-skin contact does not nullify the wudu, the tahara. So, a million scholars later, right, editors, critics, and what have you, but these people figured it out, right? I mean, come on. The legendary scholars of hadith all said that this hadith has no ittisal. But they're going to come now, today, and say, oh, it does. You were all wrong. It does. Well, alhamdulillah, that the rules state that I need to follow the people of expertise and not some people that blab off, who have no knowledge whatsoever, who have no sanad in the madhab to begin with. Yes, this individual has no sanad in the madhab and wants to come and rewrite the Shafi'i madhab because he declares what the correct opinion is. Come on. I mean, when you look at the facts, it's so pathetic and ridiculous that anyone with a sane mind, with the basics of Islamic scholarship, knows not to take that statement with any value whatsoever. Problem is, people call this individual a great scholar. Allama, faqih zamani. And he's nothing. He's literally nothing. Then they come and they add on, he didn't, but others that uphold that opinion, they say, oh, there's the other hadith where the mother of the believers, radiallahu ta'ala anha, she said that she was looking around for the Prophet and he was in the prayer and her hand touched his foot. Yes, but that statement where she said, my hand touched the bottom of his foot, that could mean in any shape or form. He could have had khuf on. Her hands could have been under the blanket. He could have had socks on. The possibilities are endless, and no understanding can state definitively that it happened in one way or the other. That's why we have a qa'idah. What does the qa'idah tell us? If there are other interpretations that are possible, and there's no way to declare one understanding to be superior to the other, then relying on that evidence is not sufficient. إذا ورد الاحتمال بطل الاستدلال. Why? Because neither of us can say for certain what exactly was the scenario. We can't. So it does not work as evidence for either side. It does not conclude the argument. And therefore, what we are presenting, meaning that skin-to-skin contact being a nullifier, still remains. Some of them come and say, but Ibn Abbas said this, and that eliminates everything that was said. No, Ibn Abbas is human. He's not ma'soom, radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And there are many Sahaba that differed with him, and the Arabic language itself differs with him. Therefore, coming into the argument and saying, oh, the argument is all thrown away because of what Ibn Abbas said, is not accurate amongst the scholars of Islam. Now, I was also presented with a few other works by other contemporaries. Inshallah ta'ala, I'll cover them over the next recordings, bi-ibnillahi ta'ala.